So today we start with the numerical of contract. Let us start with this numerical because it covers many aspects. The following is a summary of entries in a contract ledger on 31st December 2017, and these details are of contract number 87, which has a contract price of 5 lakh, and these are the informations which are given over here. The material which is purchased directly, side by side we will be discussing on which side to write on the contract account. So all the material and expenses which we will be reading will be posted on the debit side of the contract account. And then similarly materials, wages, direct expenses, establishment charges, all on the debit side. Plant is given and it is 1,71,000. Then scrap sold. When we sell scrap, so this information is to be, this is something going out of the contract. So on the credit side, other informations are given, accruals are given, that is outstanding amount of wages and direct expenses. This will be showing on the debit side and will be adding up to the main expense. Then the cost of the work uncertified is given to us. Now point number C, D both are very important. 10,000 worth of plant and 15,000 worth of material were destroyed by fire. So these things destroyed by fire entry will be on the credit side of contract account by P&L, and we'll be showing the loss of done by fire to plant and material. Then 20,000 worth of plant was sold for 15,000, means we have sold it at a loss of 5,000. So sale would be shown on the, we'll be showing this sale. How much is cash coming? Cash is coming 15,000. And what is the loss? Loss is 5,000. So by sale of plant, again on the credit side, and by profit and loss, that is on the sale of plant, 5,000, that also on the credit side. Now let us see what happened to material. Material were of 25,000, but they were sold of 30,000. So how much amount is coming to us? It is 30,000 and we are selling it at 5,000 profit. So by sale of material 30,000 and to profit and loss, that is profit on sale of material is 5,000. I'll be showing you how to post it. Depreciation on plant is given. This we can charge, either we can charge only this much of the amount on the debit side of the contract, or we can show the closing figure of plant because they are showing it plant among the other expenses. So on the closing, on the credit side, we'll be deducting this figure. We can show it 1,71,000 minus the depreciation. But the thing is that there are so many other informations also regarding to the plant which have been discussed over here. So the plant at site is an important figure which we will have to discuss. Okay, so the next figure is, we have the material at site, and these materials at site are rupees 25,000. So this is on the credit side, the closing figure of material. And then we have cash received from contractee, it is 3 lakh and it is 80% of work certified. So means the work certified has to be calculated by multiplying into 100 by 80. So 3 lakh into 100 divided by 80 is going to give us the work certified figure. So this comes out to be 3,75,000. So we have this much of information with us. Now we are going to put it like this, that we have to prepare the contract account and we have to prepare the work in progress account and also show the items in the balance sheet. So we will proceed. So how we will be making up the account? Let us see. This is contract number 87 account. So we have the information regarding all the expenses and the various losses which have been incurred. We'll be putting up the things, particulars and amount. The rupee value be sign attached, then particulars and amount. So we have to materials. So whatever information we get in the question, we will be writing it directly. So to material purchase, it is 1,75,000. Then we have to materials supplied from stores. Whatever is written, we have to write it like that only. So materials supplied from stores, you can write in full. I am writing just the abbreviations somewhere using short forms. So 35,000. Then we are having wages. And remember, wages had the accrual expenses also. I can show you 4,500 over here, and wages are 90,000 over here. So 90,000 plus 4,500. So we will be adding it. So to wages, it will be 90,000 plus 45,000, 4,500. This is of the outstanding or the accrued wages we have added. So it comes out to be 94,500. We have written it over here. So next we have direct expenses. Direct expenses are 35,000. Now just see the direct expenses are also having accruals. That is the outstanding amount. So 6,000, and over here it is 35,000. So 35,000 direct expenses plus 6,000, 41,000. So two direct expenses. Similar treatment as we did of wages. So 35,000 plus 6,000. So it gives out to the amount 45,000. So we add the outstanding. Just simple. It's very simple. We are just posting up the things. Then we have the establishment charges. So establishment charges are to be written. How much establishment charges? These are given in the question, rupees 40,000. And we are given with the information of plant. Plant is, now either we can charge only the depreciation, that is one thing, and we forget about all other things, or we will be showing the whole treatment of plant on both the debit and the credit side. So plant over here is to the tune of 1,71,000. It's given in the question. Then the information is regarding the scrap sold. So the scrap sold will be on the credit side. So by sale of scrap. So this is 9,000. Then we have this point, uncertified work. This I will be writing down somewhere over here at the, remember, work in progress figures are somewhere going to be written over here at the end. So we will be preferring it over there only. So by work in progress, and you know it is going to have two parts. One is value of work certified and the other is cost of work uncertified. And uncertified is over here 25,500, and value of work certified, if you remember, we calculated it was 3 lakh into 100 by 80, and it was how much? It was 3,75,000. So work in progress is going to be written like this. We will be doing the totals and we'll be putting it outside. So this figure we have also done, this we have also done. Now we are on the third, that is destroyed by fire. Two things, 10,000 plant and 15,000 material. So we are going to do the entry by profit and loss, and in bracket we will be mentioning loss by fire. And over here we have two things, one is plant 10,000 and the other is material figure, that is of rupees 15,000. So 15 and 10, 25,000. Over here we are writing. So we have done this C part also. Now let us see how to do this D part. 20,000 plant was sold for 15,000. So we have sold plant for 15,000 and 5,000 is loss on it. So similar entry we can write down by sale of plant, or you can write by cash 15,000, and by P&L loss on sale of plant, so 5,000. Then we have the material 25,000 and they are sold for 30,000. So by sale of material, by sale of materials 30,000 and it is sold at profit. So over here to P&L, profit on sale of materials, and it is 5,000. So just what we have done is, if there is any sort of a loss, as losses are debited, so we are writing it over here and we are posting it on the credit side of the contract account. And these are the profits are credited and we are writing it on the debit side of the contract account. So I think till here it is clear to you. So now we have done these entries also. Now let us see the treatment of plant. The word depreciation is given, the next one, and materials at site are given. So we need to write down two figures over here. One is by materials at site and one by plant at site. Material at site is given to us, that is 25,000. Now let us calculate the value of plant at site. How much plant is there? So I will be doing working note part over here. Plant which was utilized in the beginning, which was installed, was, you can say, 1,71,000. Of this plant we have, okay, let's see from the question so that the worth is written. Plant worth 10,000. 10,000 plant was lost by fire and 20,000 plant was sold. So 10,000 and 20,000. So loss by fire 10,000 minus sold, it was 20,000. So we will be deducting, yes, one thing is left, one is depreciation. The depreciation which is given to us in the question. So that is left, that also we have to write down. So depreciation is 50,000. This is also to be deducted. Only then we will be coming to know what is the closing value of plant at site. So from this we deduct all these three. So we get the written down value of the plant, that is 91,000. This is the value of plant at site. So 91,000. I think I have written. Yes, now it's 91,000. So everything is posted. And now when we will be doing the totals, if this side is showing a greater total than this, that is, we are having more amounts on the credit side and less on the debit side, of course we are going to write the balance over here. So this is going to be the notional profit. And in case reverse happens, this thing, the cost part is more than this side, then we will not say it is notional loss, it is the actual loss, because losses are always actual. So we'll be transferring it to by P&L directly. But if profit comes on this side, we will not take it as a real profit, but it will be the notional profit. So we will be calculating the totals now. Totals of credit side are, these are 6,500,000, and of this side we have done the total. So this is 5,61,500. So we are getting a notional profit over here of 39,000. So with double line we will be closing this first part. This notional profit is to be carried down, and over here by notional profit brought down. This figure is to be brought down over here. Now you remember in the last video tutorial we have said that of this notional profit it will be divided into two parts. One portion is going to be transferred to profit and loss account, and the other one to reserve, that is to work in progress account. So we need to calculate that how much percentage of work has been done. So we can find out this percentage. This is let's say our work certified figure is given to us 3,75,000. And what is our contract price? Contract price is 5 lakh in the question. So when we will be dividing 3,75,000 with 5 lakh into 100, so it is going to give us a percentage which will be more than 50%, because half of 5 lakh is 2,50,000 and 3,75,000 work certified figure is much more than that. So how much to P&L we have to transfer, we'll be calculating in working note 2. So let the plant be working note 1. So we calculate in working note number 2 amount of notional profit to be credited to P&L account. So what is the formula? Formula is notional profit into 2 by 3. Why 2 by 3? Because the percentage completion stage of contract is more than 50%. So into cash received divided by work certified. So notional profit in our question is 39,000 into 2 by 3 into, now cash received work certified figure is given to us. We have seen in the question it is written that cash received from contractor is 3 lakh. So we'll be writing 3 lakh over here divided by work certified as we calculated. So it is 3,75,000. So when we will be doing these computations, so we get a figure of rupees 20,800. So this 20,800 is to be transferred to P&L, and I'll be writing it on this side. So to P&L 20,800, and now do the balancing part. Whatever is the balance, it will be transferred to work in progress. So it is 18,200. So 39,000. So we have made our contract account. Now the next which was wanted is work in progress. Now work in progress entry is appearing over here on this side with 4,500,000, and on this side it is appearing with 18,200. So just the same things we have to do in our work in progress account, and we'll be able to make it. So work in progress account. So here I can write down to contract number 87 account by contract number 87 account. You remember we have to do on the reverse sides. So over here I will be writing the figure of 4,500,000, and on this side I'll be posting 18,200, and whatever is the balance, that is to be written as by balance carried down. So this balance carried down is 3,82,300. So we'll be doing the total. Right now, how the things are going to be appearing in the balance sheet. We need not do any totals of the balance sheet in case we are given only with the figures of one contract account. We need not go for totaling and matching up the totals of both the sides, because maybe in the question we are not even given anything of the credit side. Of course, in this question we are given with the outstanding accrued wages, or you can say the outstanding wages 4,500 were given, then accrued wages, accrued direct expenses were given to us. They are 6,000, and one amount we have just calculated profit and loss. You know, many entries of profit and loss were done. We can show, we can do the treatments, and we can take up the balancing part over here if we want. Otherwise, the main focus is on the asset side, that what all things have to be shown. Remember, we have to show work in progress account. Work in progress balancing figure is, we'll be taking up this figure, and from this you have to deduct less cash received from contractee. This you have to remember. Whatever is the cash, work in progress shows how much work till date has been done, and contractee has given how much cash. Out of that we will be deducting, and the balance part is recoverable from contractee, but contractee name never appears in the accounts till the contract is fully complete. So we'll be just putting it up like this and taking out. We'll be on the behalf of contractee, we are writing work in progress account, so like this. Then we had plant at site, we had materials at site. So plant and site we had calculated 71,000, sorry, not 71,000, 91,000, I remember. We had calculated 91,000, you can see it over here. Then we had figure of materials at site, it was of 25,000. So we are just supposed to leave our question like this. We are not going to do the total. You can simply put 2 lines over here and the question is complete. So this way we have to progress. Remember, so what are the main points to remember whenever you are going to do a contract account question? So let us write down the points to remember. So whenever a contract account question you are doing, remember you have to calculate the percentage completion of the contract. So how this percentage completion is going to be calculated? It is value of work certified divided by contract price into 100. Then you have to remember about those percentages, that is less than 25%, nil. I think you remember now what I am talking about. 25%, but less than 50%. Formula was national profit into 1/3 into cash received by work certified. And when percentage completion was 50%, then formula was notional profit into 2/3 into cash received by work certified. As in the latest question which we have done over here, this value of work certified was more than 50%. So that is why we use this formula. Second point to remember is that any item, any losses on the contract, if there are any losses on the contract because of fire or on account of sale of materials or plant, they all have to be written on the credit side of contract account. And if there are profits on account of sale of material or plant and machinery, we have to write it on the debit side of contract account. Fourth, whatever is lying at site at the end of the year, it will appear on the credit side. And whatever is there in the beginning of the year, it will appear on the debit side of contract account. I hope this is clear to you. And last and most important thing, we are not to write name of contractee in contract account until the whole contract is over. You remember this thing, you are not supposed to write the name of contractee in the contract account. जब पूरा काम खत्म हो जाएगा Only in that year the name of contractee will appear, and that too with the contract price. So remember this, try solving contract account questions and you will be able to. So we'll be taking one more important question in the next video tutorial, in which we'll be making a balance sheet, a full-fledged balance sheet also along. So thank you. Have a nice day.